Very good evening to all, and thanks to Businessworld and Mr. Anurag Batra for giving this opportunity to address the August gathering here, and the respected jury and the eminent speakers. I'm also an entrepreneur, and we were discussing about entrepreneurship, and everyone has talked about the entrepreneurship. So for me, actually, entrepreneurship is something, जब लोग retire हो जाते हैं, so what exactly they do? They find some place where they can meet people and they can, chat something and they can spend a quality time. I consider an entrepreneur because most of us have either done a job or done a business or something, and after that gone into entrepreneurship. So it's like an means a kind of retirement, early retirement from our jobs. Means जब कोई कीड़ा हो, पंगा लेना हो किसी न किसी चीज में, so only those people can take the entrepreneurship. The normal people who are happy with what they are doing, they are getting some good salary, and a monthly salary is sufficient for their needs, and they are making good savings and all that. And after that, if they think that they should do something for innovation, and for new things, for new ideas, for new concepts. So that is something which we call as entrepreneurship. And ये पंगा जब तक लेने की आदत किसी की नहीं होगी, he cannot become an entrepreneur. This is my definition for entrepreneurship. Anyway, because for the entrepreneurship, a lot has already been talked. So I will straightway come to my topic. Because, as an entrepreneur, whatever I am doing, like I am doing small or big glass plant projects. But apart from that, I have a lot of concern about environment. And I am really that concerned that, some 5-6 years ago, if somebody like some Chinese or Japanese people used to wear masks in Delhi NCR area, and a lot of people were looking at those people, means what exactly, they were looking like aliens. And these days, the people who are not wearing mask in Delhi NCR area, these people are looking aliens. So the pollution level has gone so much, or the air is so much polluted that now you need to wear a mask. So, means, what is the solution? Everyone, even me, when, I ask, or somebody asks me for a solution, the easiest solution is, okay, let me buy an air purifier for my home. So I think that is not the solution. The solution is, why can't we plant 5 trees? If we are feeling the air is polluted, why can't we take some measures which could reduce the pollution? Everyone is doing that. If outside it is warm, then we are installing, say, 2 more air conditioners. So ultimately, see, it's a law of conservation. The total heat in the atmosphere and in the environment will remain balanced. If the average temperature of the globe is 27 degrees or 28 degrees, if you will install 2 more ACs, your house will become colder, but at the same time, the surroundings or the environment will become warmer. And with, this is, I should say, is growing more and more. Now people are finding comfort within their homes, but they are polluting the environment, they are spoiling the outside space, and ultimately this is all what we are going to give to our next generations. I don't know whether you are agreed to this or not. So, okay, means as a person who is related to glass industry, I facilitate glass industry as a project management company, as a equipment supplier. So that is why I know a lot about goodness of glass and how glass can improve the condition of environment if it is being used in right sense. You will see that, India is one of the least per capita consumption of container glass country. In India, the per capita consumption of container glass is just 1.8 kgs, and it has increased from 0.58 kgs to 1.8 kg in last 7-8 years. Before that, the condition was even worse. And as compared to that, you see some of the other developing countries like Brazil, like Turkey, they have 4.8, 5.5 kgs of per capita consumption of glass. And China has a whopping 9 kgs of glass per capita. And USA, Germany, all these developed countries, they have enormous amount like 27.5 kgs, 50.5 kgs per capita consumption of glass. Now you will ask, what is the difference? Means, okay, if Germany has 50.5 kgs of per capita consumption, then means how does it make difference? How does it really make difference to the environment? So I would simply would like to inform you that there is a positive correlation between economy or growth of economy of a country and consumption of glass. If you remember, just 6, 7 or 10 years ago, a lot of people were looking at convenience or the handling issues, but now they are more concerned about the environment and health. And that is what, making people more sensible to use glass, because other packaging medium which contains water, juices, ketchups, liquor, beer or anything, has so many ill effects on the content that you cannot imagine, because we are looking at the convenience only. When we are looking at a premium product, maybe a packaged drinking water in a very clean and a premium kind of bottle compared to a normal looking bottle for the water, we are thinking that, okay, this bottle is premium, so must be, giving lesser harm to the contents. But it is not true. The material remains same, so the ill effects will always remain same. You are spending 50 rupees for a bottle of packaged water, and you can get the same amount of water at same price in a glass bottle. And that will give you, your contents without harming you or intact with their qualities and characteristics. As the disposable income of households in India is increasing, so the consumption of glass is also increasing. It means the positive correlation is very much proven here. Now I am coming to like glass packaging. Why glass packaging is so important and so much required to save the environment as well as your health. In glass, you see all these qualities: odorlessness or non-leaching or infinitely recyclable. I don't know whether you are aware or not, glass can be recycled n number of times. And have you ever seen any glass waste dump around you? You must have seen many kind of waste dumps, maybe from plastics, maybe from paper, maybe from other things. But have you seen any waste glass dump? I don't think anybody can have ever noticed a waste glass dump. Why? Because glass is 100% recyclable. And 90% of the glass which is being consumed goes back to the system for manufacturing or for refilling. And let me tell you, as a glass technologist, that you recycle glass n number of times, but still the quality and characteristics of glass will remain unchanged because the glass is made with organic metal oxides. So nothing will change. You melt it n number of times, you make any product out of that, the qualities will remain same. So whatever you are packing inside the glass bottle will not change. Means it will not contribute anything, but you can see from the list, all other packaging medium will contribute one or the other things. And let me tell you, there are so bad elements like cadmium, strontium, and arsenic. So, means if we talk about all these chemicals, I think nobody would agree to consume even a very small amount. Arsenic, आपको मालूम होगा, संखिया बोलते हैं उसको. It's a very, deadly kind of poison. And if somebody consumes a certain small amount of that poison, so he cannot survive. So that arsenic is going, continuously into our food products, whatever we are consuming in packaging mediums which are other than glass. So with this, means I want to make you aware that maybe unknowingly you are consuming a lot of products in packaging mediums other than glass, but please consider, and you can start doing it. You can at least replace the bottles in your homes and offices, and you can change it to glass bottles. Nothing is going to happen, because these days the glass bottles, because of good manufacturing technology and lightweighting, you have lightweight glass bottles, you have strong glass bottles, even distribution of glass. So means that is the talk of good old days. This glass is fragile and all these things. And we are, traveling in luxury cars and we are saying glass is fragile, still I will not carry a glass bottle. So what will happen to a glass bottle when you are traveling in a car? It is not going to break by itself. So with all these good things, we need to change our outlook. We need to change our philosophy that we have to conserve this environment for next generations. We cannot just, find some shortcuts to address a problem. Like pollution, we can install an air purifier, but we are not changing the environment. So we must look at the bigger picture. And at the same time, the health we are giving to our next generations, that should also be addressed by using a healthy packaging medium, which is also contributing to environment and health. The impact of, I'm not, naming any of the packaging medium other than glass, but you can understand by yourself the packaging mediums which are not recyclable in real sense. Okay, there are packaging mediums which are recyclable, but after 2 or 3 recyclings, they will become, or they are degraded like anything, that you cannot use them for food products. And similarly, apart from that, what harms they are making to the environment is very much clear here. All these non-biodegradable material damages soil and water table, and you can see the kind of marine pollution and the other kind of land pollutions. All these things are happening because of that. So it is our responsibility to, encourage the use of glass for our health and for the environment and health of generations to come. So I think you will give it a thought and probably find the ways, like using a glass tiffin. It's very easy. These days, glass tiffins are easily available in the market. And instead of using a non-glass tiffin and putting it in the microwave, use a glass tiffin and put it in a padded bag, and don't warm it. The temperature until the lunch time is good enough to have it. Because if you are putting it into microwave, then again you are doing something wrong. So you are changing the characteristics of these food products. So better to use glass, means as much as possible, which is directly into contact of any of the food product, even if that packing medium says, okay, this is food grade XYZ, this qualifies this particular standard or whatever. But let me tell you, you have to choose the best. You will go to a supermarket, you will see a ketchup is packed in a glass bottle, in a pouch, in a Tetra pack, in this or that. And what we do, we choose the cheapest one. Because we think whatever we are having, suppose the ketchup of A brand is packed in 10 different packaging mediums, means the quality of the content is same. For us, that brand A matters, not the packing medium. But you must be aware that the packaging medium contributes a lot, and something which is packed in glass will always be superior as compared to the same content packed in any other packaging medium. So you need to review to all these things, and whenever you are choosing a product, just have a look on the packaging of that product also, and it would always be healthy and environment friendly if you are choosing a glass packaging. Thanks to all for listening patiently. It was not, that lighter subject, but still I tried to convey my concern regarding the environment and individual's health. And probably you will give it a thought, and wherever possible, try to use glass as much as possible. If not for you, for coming generations, for environment. Thanks a lot.